What's going on, everybody? My name is Seafood Clown, and today I'm bringing you a gameplay on the map Frost from the new DLC. I am using the A94 Quick Draw Suppressor and stock, just like I was in my last video, because this gameplay came right after the one that I got previously, the 77-5 game, which if you guys want to watch that, go check it out. It's on my channel. But I don't know, I was just feeling the gameplays, man. I was feeling it. I was on it. But anyway, that's the game. I go 43-7, I believe. I get 5 captures and 12 defense, so I played a little bit of OBJ this game, just a little. I do kind of camp B, but it's mainly because they were jumping on B like a bunch of crazy frogs, so I was just trying to keep them off B. So it's not technically camping, I guess. I was kind of defending more than anything, but hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. I do eventually get up and start running around the map. But I'm using the same kill streaks, because like I said, it was the gameplay right after the one I just got, 77-5. I'm really proud of that, if you guys can't tell. But I'm using the Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone, and VTOL. So I do get all of those, and I do pretty well with the VTOL on this one. I think I'm getting used to the VTOL. Finally getting a few practice sessions in with it. Anyway, that's the gameplay. Enough about that. But what I'm going to be talking about is actually tips on how to get gameplays, because I know when I was first starting out, I was kind of not confused, but I kind of pressured myself into getting gameplays, and I didn't really know what I was doing, because like I would sit down and be like, alright, I'm going to make this video, I need a gameplay, so I'm going to go get a gameplay. And I expected to get it that very game that I said I was going to get that gameplay. That's just a terrible way of looking at it. So I have 3 tips that I'm going to give you guys to hopefully help you get gameplays if you're trying to start your own channel, or if you're just trying to look to get better. So hopefully these tips will help you out. So the first tip is, like I said, don't go to get a gameplay. Just play the game. It's like as simple as I can put it. You know, get some friends, hop into a game, your favorite game type, and just play the game. Don't pressure yourself into getting streaks, unless that's what you like to do and you just kind of like to camp. I mean, you can do that, but you know, it's kind of boring. But don't pressure yourself to get a gameplay. Just play the game, talk to your friends, talk about whatever. Make call-outs if that's your thing. Me and my friends do that now after playing League together. Make call-outs, but we still talk about pretty much nonsense. Especially in this video, yours truly was still playing with me, and we were talking about some funny stuff, but y'all guys don't really care about that, so we'll talk about that later. Actually, we won't, but anyway. So just grab some friends and just play the game, you know? It's easy as that. Don't pressure yourself into getting high scores. Like that 77-5 game, I didn't even realize I was doing that well until about when I got my Escort Drone. And then I started to freak out a little bit, which leads me right into my second point. Don't screw up the gameplay if you realize that you're getting a gameplay. So if you're going for a YouTube video and you're just playing, using my first tip, and you notice that, hey, I'm doing really good, I'm like 20-0 or something, and I'm close to getting a nuclear, and I'm close to my streaks, don't freak out. Calm down. Don't camp in a corner like I do sometimes. Don't camp in the corner. Don't freak out. Just play the game like you were usually playing it. If you were using an SMG and you were running around getting kills, using flank routes, running outside the map, do that. Don't go camp in the middle of the map and screw up your gameplay, because it's just bad. Just don't try to camp and stay alive. Like, try to stay alive, obviously, but don't play so conservative that you ruin the gameplay, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys understand that. Maybe a really quick video, I just realized. But the third tip is use streaks that you're comfortable with. I'm obviously comfortable with getting a VSAT. Obviously I can get a VSAT, but a VTOL, now anyway. Before, I was just kind of screwing around, really. I was before these 2 games, I was just, wow, I say kinda, way too much. I was just messing around, you know, changing my kill streaks, score streaks, whatever they're called. Just changing them. I went one game where I just had an AGR on. I went one game where I had an AGR and like a sentry gun and a guardian, just like the weirdest kill streak setup ever. I went one game where I had sentry gun, death machine, and war machine, which is actually my favorite score streak setup, because once you get one, you get all 3. Anyway, I was really just changing them up, so I was like, why not do all the helicopters in the game? You know, Stealth Chopper, Escort Drone, and VTOL. I think that's all the helicopters anyway. Yeah, why not just do all the helicopters? So I did, and the first 2 games are these 2 games, so I did really well. It's another tip, I guess. Just change your score streaks up. Change your guns, you know. If you're mainly a AR player, use an SMG once in a while. Use a sniper. Like, I'm mainly a sub player. Like, I like to rush and get in the enemy's face and all that jazz. But, you know, I changed it up. I started using it again. And it worked really well, as you guys can tell. So, that's just an off track. But back to the kill streaks. Use kill streaks that you're used to. Like, if you're used to using a UAV, counter UAV, and a sentry, alright? Use it. You may not get the gameplay where you get, I mean, you're obviously not going to get a dogs or swarm. That's what it's called. Jeez. You're not going to get a swarm or dogs by not using them, but you will get exciting gameplay if you like to use SMGs and use a UAV, counter UAV, and sentry. You'll be in the enemy's face, you'll be getting sentries like crazy, which I would rather watch a gameplay where a guy rushed and got all of his score streaks, even if they were low, than a guy who played a little bit more conservative and camped middle map and got a swarm. I would rather watch a guy who went nuts in the enemy's face. I mean, obviously I would like to watch a guy like Scumpy, who can go crazy in the enemy's face and still get swarms, which just blows my mind. But anyway, I mean, obviously I would much rather watch those gameplays, but I will watch a gameplay where the guy's rushing but using like a lower kill streak, which I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. So if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you know, just play streaks that you're comfortable to and change up the guns. And yeah, that's my final tip. So to review the tips, you got just play the game. Simple as that. Don't pressure yourself into trying to get gameplays. Just play with your friends and you'll get a gameplay eventually, I promise. Second tip, if you do get the gameplay that I'm talking about, don't stress that you're getting the gameplay and don't like, I can't die, if I die the gameplay's gonna be screwed, blah, no, don't do it. It's not a good gameplay. It's just not. It's a good way to ruin a gameplay that's going really, really well. But that's the second point. Third point, use kill streaks that you're comfortable using. Like I said earlier, if you're comfortable using lower streaks, great, use it. If you're comfortable using higher streaks, okay, that's your thing, you do it. Love to watch it. And the fourth tip, which I didn't really hit on that much, but use a different weapon every now and then. If you're mainly an AR player, use an SMG, use a sniper, use a shotgun even. If you really feel like screwing around, use the riot shield. I love that thing, it's so much fun. Just change up your guns. And, you know, change up your score streaks, too. This is another thing I just thought of. If you're having problems getting your score streaks, you know, change them up. If they're always high, put them down low. You'll get the confidence that's saying, hey, I am getting my kill streaks, so I'll boost them back up, and then you'll start getting those, too. That's another thing I've noticed. That's just a tip I just thought of, so there you go. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. I kind of go through a death streak. The game's not, obviously it's not over. I kind of go through a death streak where I just get, like, 3 straight deaths and like maybe 1 kill. So I'm just gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that gameplay. We do end up winning the game, obviously. Hopefully you guys can tell. We win like 200 to 143 or something. So we do end up winning that. But 43-7 is not too shabby. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, guys, to always like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. But anyway, guys, my name is Steve Clown, and I'm out.